What is we have? Cruise control. You ever know something about cruise control? Sometimes when you're driving and you're making a long trip out of town and you're driving, your foot gets tired, and it's okay to put it on cruise control. It's okay to go on cruise control and rest your foot. But guess what? You can't stay on cruise control for 2 hours. Because something happens if I stay on cruise control too long. My God, I become slack and I begin to rest and I begin to veer off the road because now I'm falling asleep.
That's right.
Now I'm falling asleep because I had my ride on cruise control the whole time. And I still got 250 miles to go to my destination. But since I'm on cruise control for so long, I become restful and I fall asleep and I veer off the course that was set for me. And so what it usually happens is, just like a sailor, my God, when he drops his sails, we eventually begin to drift away from the course that we were originally set on. So in essence, when we draw back, we are telling God that we have gone as far as we are willing to go with him. Lord, I'm tired of coming to church. Lord, I'm tired of participating in prayer. Lord, I'm tired of giving. I'm tired of supporting the vision. I'm tired of undergirding. I'm tired of doing these things. And so now I've gone as far as I can possibly go. I want some rest from this.
Yes, Lord.
We don't realize, though, that we have drifted off a course until we look around and our scenery has changed. You know what happens when your scenery changes? You go from being around believers to being around unbelievers all the time.
That's right.
You go from being in church to being in the club. You go from talking about the goodness of God to being cynical about the things of God. Your scenery has changed and you've drifted off a course, and you don't realize that you've drifted off a course until your scenery changes.
Amen.
One of the reasons why, I want y'all to get these, one of the reasons why we get off a course is we try to understand God as opposed to getting to know him. Watch this. In Psalms 36:10, it says, God will continue his loving kindness to those that know him. It also says in Psalm 143:8 that through his loving kindness, he will cause them to hear and know the way they should go. I'm going to repeat that again. God will continue his loving kindness to those who know him, and through his loving kindness, he will cause them to hear and know the way they should go. So then, my ability to stay on course is contingent upon my relationship with the Lord.
That's right.
I can't stay on course if I don't have a real, genuine relationship. If I have one of these fringe relationships where I only show up on the days that the fringe people show up, you know those days, Christmas, Easter, and a wedding, or to bury somebody on Mother's Day. If I only show up to church on the fringe dates, I'll never stay on course. Oh my God. See, God may tell you to do something that doesn't register with your understanding, but since I know him and since I trust what he says, my knowledge of his track record overrules my understanding, and I'll obey. You see, there's a difference in knowing and understanding, because knowing God deals with what's rational. Knowing God deals with what's relational, but trying to understand God deals with what's rational. The reason a lot of people end up off a course is they try to find rational grounds for how God's way will work for them. So instead of trusting God's word, they end up rationalizing and they lose. Oh my God.
Amen.
Watch this. Yes. There is no rational or fundamental reason that can explain to us how God works. We just got to have faith.
Amen. That's right.
There's no rational reason. There's no fundamental reasoning, God, that can explain to us how God works. We just got to have faith. Watch this. Jesus spits on the ground and makes mud. He puts it on a blind man's eye and it healed him. Now, there's nothing fundamentally sound about that. As a matter of fact, that's pretty unsanitary. That's pretty nasty, to be honest with you. There's nothing fundamentally sound about that. But watch this. The reason why it worked had nothing to do with Jesus spitting on the ground and doing it. The reason why it worked was because the man trusted that Jesus knew what he was doing.
That's right.
Had nothing to do with what Jesus did. It had everything to do with the man trusting that Jesus knew what he was doing when he did it.
That's right.
Unlike most of us, the man didn't argue with Jesus because he needed an explanation for how it was going to work. He just received what Jesus was doing and it happened. Oh my
That's
God.
right. That's right.
What we have to learn now is that we got to learn how to trust God in our journey, because when we trust God in our journey, despite what we see, we are guaranteed some victory down the road. But when you back up, when you draw back, when you lack faith, you can expect nothing but to lose. I got another example for you. I'll be honest with you. I really don't know how giving 10% of my gross income to God's work works. But I can tell you this, there have been moments in my life when I had income, I gave my 10%, but when I didn't have income, God still covered me because of when I obeyed him when I had it. The reason why a lot of people are losing in their area of their finances is because they try to hold on to the 10%, and when God takes them through a situation where they have to trust him and depend on him, he can't come through for them because they haven't obeyed him when they had it.
That's right.
Oh man, I'm going to preach up in here anyway. I'm keep on rolling. It's all good for me. Another thing, watch this, that takes the wind out of our sails is not seeing what we expected to see happen in our lives. That takes the winds out of our sails when we don't see what we expected in our lives. When we first set out in Jesus, when we first set our course, we expect great things. We have plans of great things and exciting things and great dreams and great vision. However, things don't always happen as quickly for us as we want them to. And the first thing that we do is get discouraged. We get discouraged and we lose hope because now I'm in a situation where things are operating in my life. What I see operating in my life is not what I envision. I know what I can do if I had the resources or the connections that other people have. But because I don't have the resources and the connections that other people have, I get discouraged and I lose hope. Why? Because I'm pregnant with vision and I'm expecting God to show up. I'm expecting God to do something. I'm expecting God to bless me. I'm expecting God to move in my life. My God, but when it don't happen, I get discouraged. My God, and because God is telling me that I'm going to bless you, but you're going to have to wait.
That's right.
And we don't like to wait because the equivalent of waiting, watch this, the equivalent of waiting to us is losing.
That's right.
When you tell me I got to wait, Lord, you might as well tell me that I'm losing because waiting to me means that I'm losing. It means that I don't have, my God, it going on like I expected to have it. I'm not doing the things that I expected to do. I'm losing and now I'm broken because I believed in you to this point and I'm not seeing it. And you're telling me just to wait.
Amen.
So when we don't see what we're expecting God to do in our lives, we slow down in a lot of areas. We don't come to church as often as we should. We slack in our prayer life and we stop believing what God has promised. My God, boy, don't that sound like a great plan to work, doesn't it? That sounds like a good plan to work, don't it? You're expecting God to do more in your life, but stop coming to church. You're expecting God to do more in your life, but you refuse to pray. You're expecting God to do more in your life, but you refuse to believe his word and his promises. Man, that sounds like an excellent plan to work. Here's a novel concept I want to give you guys. This is a novel concept. If you are expecting more from God, why don't intensify your areas of commitment to him?
That's right.
Lord, I'm expecting more from you. Not only am I going to come to church, but I will serve at the church.
Amen.
Lord, I'm expecting more from you. Not only will I continue to pray other folk in prayer.